Right now, winter is fast approaching now. I've literally just got home and the sun is setting. You can't really see that, but the sun is fading very quickly. I'm just looking at it over there, very quickly. So I'm now riding to work and riding home in the sunrise and sunset. Soon it will be dark. That means the only time I get to actually work on these bikes is at the weekend, and you know, that's generally when I'm out doing other stuff as well. So time is very limited over the winter. Saying that though, I've got quite a few projects stacked up, ready to go. A few mountain bike, a few non-mountain bike. So here's what I've got. First up, another Diamondback, this time an Ascent. It's pretty much come like that, bar the wheels. The wheels are just ones that I've had left over, so I've just got to find a few more parts for it, clean it up, put it together, service it, and it's a nice little small framed retro mountain bike, probably 1994 I believe, but it's staying essentially as a mountain bike. It's staying like that. So that's one mountain bike build that's coming up. Next, Carrera Kathmandu. Don't know what year just yet. 90s. Reynolds 501 tubing. I'm planning making it into a hybrid style bike. But we're going to see where it goes. I need to find some parts for it. Parts that I've got on it at the moment are literally just what I've pulled out the garage, just spares and stuck on to see if they fit. But I'm looking at donor bikes to play around with this. It's a nice frame, it's clean, I like the style. That's another mountain bike build coming up. Now this rust bucket is a, I don't know, early 80s. Another Coventry Eagle. It's a town bike, as you can see. It's actually fairly clean despite the rusty chain and rusty handlebars. The framework is in good nick. So my plans for that: clean it up and turn it into, convert it from town bars to drop bars to make it into a little racer for someone. It's just going to be a quick and easy fix-up job. So I can clean it and flip it. For the ladies, I've got this Triumph Palm Beach. I've had it knocking around for a while. It's a so-so bike. I just picked it up because it was somewhere near where I was going. The cables are seized. There's a bit of rust on it. But you know, it's just a fixer-upper. It's sorry to say, I don't think it's actually worth doing a complete restoration on it. But yeah, it's one that I've got in the stock to do. Now, also for the ladies, but also for my personal collection, is this one. It's a Rally Superb Sports Tourist, I believe is the full name for it. It's 1946, I want to say. I'll have to check the date on the hub. But this is how I've got it, and I had it stored for a long old time. It is, yeah, it's spotted with rust, but it's patina. Like it's actually a really nice patina on it. The handlebars have been sprayed, so they need to be cleaned up. But it's going to be an oily rag restoration. This one, it's going to keep all the patina, all the rusty chrome and that, and it's going to look gorgeous. There's a lot of parts that are probably seized up, the cables especially, but yeah, 46, it's all original apart from the sprayed handlebars. Still got the cork bars on. It's going to look good when it's done. It's going to look very good. Has he got a dynamo? I think it's got a dynamo, rear dyno hub. But yeah, I drove for like 2 hours to pick this bike up because it was such a bargain. It was like, well, I thought it was a bargain. It was like £10, £15. I thought it was a bargain, and I drove like 2 hours to get it. But yep, that is well, it's not everything in the garage. I've actually got quite a few more frames hanging up, but there's no need to get all them out because all the good stuff is in the house, and I'm probably going to do that first. Oh, trust me, I have bikes everywhere. But here's the first project. It's a 2015, I think. It's a Doc McStuffin's radio controlled car. Corroded battery terminals, maybe slightly damaged, so I've got to fix that for my niece. So that's the most important project to fix, because I don't want my niece on my case. And then we have this. It's actually a 1953, I think it was. It's early 50s anyway. It's a Hercules, the last of a kind. So it was one of the last Hercules produced before Raleigh took over, and they were essentially just, well, they were still Hercules, still branded as Hercules, but this is one of the true ones. It's going to be a 3-speed path racer style bike, and I've got some absolutely amazing Lauterwasser bars to put on it. And this bike has arrowhead lugs, which are pretty cool. Not that you can see on there. I've got this very, very rough BSA Tour de France. I picked this up, I don't know now, I've had it floating around for a while. You can see where the paint is off on the down tube. It had like a, I don't know, it was almost like a burn mark on it. It's got a dent in the top tube which I need to repair, but it was pretty much complete, and that would be quite a nice bike to restore, I think. It is when Raleigh owned them, so I think it's 70s. But yeah, BSA Tour de France, that's on the list. Oh, now this is a nice one. It is a 1977 Peugeot PR10. It's not quite the PX. The PX would have chrome front and rear dropouts, but it's the PR. I've got all the parts for it. It's cost me an arm and a leg, but I'm gonna build it up, and it might actually make a show at Royka next year for the ride. It is a nice bike. It's got Reynolds tubing, or Reynolds main triangle, I think. But you know, it's a mix of French threading, French sizes, so it's kind of awkward, but pretty interesting at the same time. So I'll get into that soon, actually, because that's one I want to get done soon. Strong light components, Mafac components, Mavic components, Normandy, some really nice stuff on there. And we've got another mountain bike tucked away. This one is, I don't actually know the date. I'm going to go early 90s. It's an Al Carter, Team Memphis, and it should be spec'd with, obviously, as you can see, I think, Dior DX equipment. Frame picked up cheap. I've picked up a donor bike, and this is actually going to be made into a 1x or 1x mountain bike retro. Possibly changing the forks for suspension as well, and might go into servicing the forks as well, because I've never done that before. Now this one is a long-term build. I'm still not entirely sure how I'm going to approach it. It's my favourite one that I've got stored away. It is a 1946 Norman Rapide. So rare to find this, like I've never seen any before. Gorgeous log work, Reynolds 5V1 tubing. Pretty much picked the bike up like this. It's had the headset, had a seat post, got handlebars and stem actually. And then I found the rest of the gear through Veteran Cycle Club, using one of their old brochures. So I've got all the gear to go. It's just trying to work out what I'm going to do with the frame, how I'm going to approach it. But it is a lightweight 40s racer, very rare bike, very rare bike. And would you believe, for the frame set, I think I only paid about £15 for the frame, forks, headset, stem, handlebars, seat, Brooks saddle, and seat post. 15 quid for all that. Bargain. And next in my collection, is this 1962 Rally Sprite. So the wheels, so this bike came as a single speed. It had been converted to town bars, but I saw it. I recognised sort of the wrap over chainstays. Worked out the age of the bike and worked out what it was and everything from that. And I actually, I knew what it was. I worked it out, Rally Sprite. I have another 1962 bike which I'm going to show you next. So I thought I might as well take it. And I've actually got all the components that I need to put this back to original lying around. So this is going to be a gleaming restoration. I think so. You'll have to see more detail when I actually do the build, but I'm not going to be able to replicate the seat tube transfer decal. But yeah, it's a nice bike. It's not a special lightweight race or anything. It's, I think, towards the top end of Rally's range in 1962. It comes from the Speed catalogue. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one done, as I am the next one I'm going to show you. And last but not least, this 1962 Rally Blue Streak. It was a bike that was only made for, I think, about 18 months, and it's the bike that I've had knocking around for the longest. Bought it as the frame. I've found the sort of brochure detailing everything, and I went through, it's been a long search to find all the parts, but I found them all. I've got all the parts ready to go on. I just actually need to work out how I'm going to replicate the transfers. I've spoken briefly with who is it, H. Lloyd Cycles, and what I need to do is try and redesign the transfers for them to replicate. But it's a long-term build. This one's probably still gonna take months to do. Yeah, it's one for my collection. It's a rare bike, and yeah, I've had it for years. But there actually are probably a couple more that I've missed in the garage. One I've got especially is a fixed gear, which I forgot to get down and take. Not sure on the age of it, but I'm going to make it into a fixed gear because I haven't got a fixed gear at the moment because I sold my old one. But yeah, that's what's coming up. There's going to be other little videos in between, bit of maintenance. Like I said, I'm probably going to try and service the shocks on the Alcata build. But yeah, winter is here. It's dark. I have no power in the garage, so I'm going to try and keep up. It's going to be tough, but as you can see, I've got all these builds to do. So I hope you stick around and tune in for them. That's the ending, by the way. Cheers, thanks for watching.